Michaela and her boyfriend and EJ in the back like, okay, we've heard all them songs, y'all. I mean, he was playing everything. Busta Rhymes,
We
Missy
live, girl.
Elliott, Remy Ma.
We are live, girl.
Cisco. Oh, okay. Yes. I was going back down memory lane.
All right.
Okay,
What's going on,
R&B.
everybody? This is Robert.
Hey, and Kyra, and we are Evenly Yoked TV. Thank you for tuning in. You ready, baby?
I'm Robert. This is Kyra.
You gonna do it all over again?
We are Evenly Yoked Television. And today, my wife had she had a broadcast that she wanted us to talk about that I hadn't seen yet. So she's kind of got the upper hand on this video. I kind of got an idea of how the conversation's gonna go because I'm a big fan of this brother. I like a lot of his content. His name is Anton Daniels, and he let out a stream the other day saying, "I can fix your wife." And I guess my wife found that interesting enough that she wanted to.
It was interesting.
That she wanted to bring it to my attention. So I don't know. Maybe she felt the need to say that because she feel like she need to get fixed or something like that. I don't know.
Oh.
You need some repair work.
We all need improvement, but
do we
no.
We need to put you in the shop.
No.
So she brought it to my attention.
And let's say I don't say I'm the best wife, but I'm the one he wants. I hope that you would say too that I'm the one that a lot of ladies need to get like. I'm a good
That's
one.
right. And that's why.
But I believe there's a lot of us good ones out there too.
Yeah,
sisters.
Plenty of good men's and women's out there.
Men's and women's.
Yeah, there's plenty of good men's and women's out there.
You know.
But anyway, with that being said, I'm a regular watcher of the Anton Daniels. Like you do shows in the morning and stuff like that.
You are.
My wife is interrupting our stream.
No, I'm not. I'm just trying to see.
And not paying attention to what we got going on, but that's okay.
I have things I'm pulling up.
Oh, you had some notes that you had.
Yeah, I'm just pulling up stuff.
But anyway, so, be it that I watched them several times. My wife has watched.
I watched Anton.
She's tuned in now because I tune in, because I said so. And that's what a good woman should do. She should try to follow your influence and and what you think. So that's what she's doing. And this came across her feed, and then she sent it to me. So we're going to take a look at it. And then
we should follow each other, right? Let's just quit, You lead, yes.
There you go. And if I'm leading,
but
that means somebody got to be following,
How
right?
much of my stuff?
Somebody got to be
how
following.
Much of my
if
stuff?
I'm leading, right? No.
How much of my stuff that I put you on?
Yeah, you put me on a good amount of stuff too.
Okay, hey man, move on. Let's go.
But then once you put me on it, then it becomes my stuff, right? It becomes my stuff, and then you are essentially following my lead after that because I said it's approved. Yes? Sounds good. All right, let's move into the video.
Like, side note, women, if that's how he wants to feel.
No, ain't no side note. If that's the truth.
Like, do a cut if he thinks that way.
No, this ain't no reality show. You don't get no cut.
Whatever makes him feel good.
All right, moving into the video here. Brother Anton Daniels.
It's business.
And we're not doing the whole
Life
thing. We're just doing like little snippets, y'all.
Marriage is a business. Children is a business. It's not without love, but it should not be a primary focus as a man. Women have the ability to be able to lead with love first because a lot of times and in certain situations, they're in certain environments that allow for them to be able to move that way. But men don't have that luxury, and nor do I want it because I was born to be a man. And so make sure that A, as a woman, you stay in a woman's place. B, as a man, you make sure that you make every decision based off of business and not based off of how you feel because we don't have the luxury of moving in our emotions. We have to be that steady rock, that ship.
What do you think about what he said right there? Point A.
For a fact, I 1,000% agree with all of that.
Okay.
I agree with all that.
Yeah, majority of it, I do agree with that, but I think we have to realize too that sometimes, especially nowadays, these men, how we're raising our young boys, and we're raising men, and they were raised that way back in the day too, to be emotionless, to be feelingless. You know, so at first when I heard it, it came off like, what do you mean a business transaction? I'm not a business transaction. But what he's saying is that how you handle, how you choose the things you do, I'm saying is business. You have to think about it being profitable or being making the most sense. So us women, if you treat us like a business, you pick up businesses and drop them all the time. This one business may be good. We don't want to be said that we're a business. When you fall in love with us or when we're the emotional part, you do have to put emotions in how you choose. Okay? So I need the brothers, the men, you to know, like I've even said it to you, like, hey, when you get, I help you more on the emotional side. You know what I'm saying? So I get as a man, you can't be all in your feelings because you got to protect us and you got to go work and stuff. But I still need you to be in tune with your emotions and that, hey, I was the one that you chose because you had an emotional attachment.
My emotions.
Yes, emotions. As Pastor TD says, emotions. Thank you, Pastor.
Yeah, that make me feel all icky on the inside.
No, don't.
Emotions. Yeah, I don't disagree with what Anton said at all. I mean, honestly, marriage and pretty much everything else you do on the planet is technically business. And if you don't handle your life like a business, then your life is going to turn out like a joke. So that's your marriage. That's anything.
So, but what makes us say business? Like, okay, like.
Because it ain't for fun. There's a difference between business and pleasure. That's why they ask you that when you go on airplanes.
But isn't that why people live in stale, dying marriages? Because it's only about business, or it's only about da da da. You have to make sure that it is fun,
sweetheart.
That it is enjoyable.
As with everything else, nobody is saying that you should only be concerned with business. But that doesn't mean that that's not what it starts out as, and that's what it is. Right?
So you're saying men should choose.
When you go to work, you're going to work for business. But as you know, I got homies at work. You know, we kick it. We have fun. We talk a whole lot of junk, and we have fun with it. But that don't mean I have that don't mean that it's fun first. It's work first.
Right, because there's an objective that you're doing.
Your marriage, the same thing. It's fun.
So it's the business of love, right? And some people say, or no, it's not a business.
It's still
of love.
business first, and you prove that by how you get married. You went up there and got you a business document, and had it signified in the court of law before you went to your pastor, before you even went to God with your business, with your marriage document.
Well, that's because of if you're in the United States or deal with. And not everybody does it with a document, but yeah, I mean, that's not the most important because like you say, hey, you got that document, but you can drop it.
You can drop anything. Like, I don't know why people act like everything is supposed to be.
It's just a piece of paper.
Everything's supposed to be this.
The paper doesn't keep you.
We're so
together.
We're so infatuated in this life with the concept of forever. Like almost nothing lasts that long. Almost nothing. Mm-hmm. So you should strive for things to last for as long as they are fruitful to you. You shouldn't want to just be in no marriage just cause. No. Or just because you got married. Or just because you loved them at one time. Or just because you had fun at one time. You should never be trying to hang on to something that's dead. Because then you're going to die. Right. It's going to spread to you.
Right. So that's what.
That's why you need to handle it like a business.
Yeah. Okay. Maybe bad choice of words.
For whom?
It's not how you handle your business and how you handle your spouse and how you even deal with how you think about it, how you move is different.
Is it?
Should be.
Why?
Well, it should be different because because when you're in a marriage or in a relationship, hey, what did E.T. say? He said, if you want somebody to be something, and we'll get to this later, you have to become that first. Mm-hmm. But in a business, if I want this business to grow and I need an accountant, I'm not going to become the accountant. I'm going to go find a good accountant.
Fair enough.
You know what I'm saying? Or in the business, I may say, hey, it's only making me I don't know, 50% profit, but I want 75. So it's got to go.
Okay.
But in a marriage, hey, you're not doing this or doing that. Let me try to see what I can do. Or you go and you look at yourself, or you say, hey, we're beneficial here, or we're beneficial there. Don't, hey, I love you here, so I want to work here. And that's the thing why a lot of old folks say, why a lot of the younger marriages are dissolving now, and marriage or unions are not. They don't have the longevity anymore because people come in them looking for something, wanting people to be something for them. And then they're saying, well, if you're not giving me what I want, then I can go ahead and just roll out. The business isn't profitable anymore. And I don't think that's the right way to look at it. That's why we have so many broken homes, so many divorces on our hands now.
Oh, that's how you believe. I believe that for that same, there's different ways you can argue everything that goes on in these marriages, the new ones and the old ones. So if you want to talk about the old ones, for instance, if they're saying young people don't stay together no more, there's two reasons for that they're different from what they used to be. For instance, it's choice. Like back in the day, a female didn't have as much choice as she has today, as far as male suitors, or as far as your own opportunities to take care of yourself. So you would stick around with people for a longer period of time, making a business decision in these longer marriages, unhappy most of the time.
Yeah.
Quite frequently.
Because they needed the man for his finance.
Because
right.
like we had several instances, I got several instances in my family of people that was married forever and stuff like that. Papa was a Rolling Stone. Mama would just sit at home. All of those type of things. You think they was really, you think the women didn't know that their husband was a Rolling Stone?
Oh, yeah,
you didn't think that they wanted them to be at home? You don't think that that they would have been in a happier situation if they could have been? The situation is that they decided to stay and be in the marriage for a long time, not just because of love, but they made an elective business decision that my life is going to wind up being better, and these bills are still going to keep getting paid if I just deal with it. So that's what they did, and they just dealt with it for a long time. But now, most of you women got more choice. So if somebody want to be a Rolling Stone, then you can bounce.
Well, because now love ain't the only thing that has to keep us.
It never was. It's never been.
I'm saying because we have so many choices, we can do so many things on our own to an extent. Hey, you do need your man. Not saying you don't need him, but love ain't the only thing that's, like I say, love ain't keeping us.
As far as the institution of marriage is concerned,
do you not think that the love is part of the thing that kept her?
I think that as far as the institution of marriage,
with all of that,
as far as the institution of marriage has been concerned, biblically on up to now, it has always been love second for the most part until now. Now we get married. Now we get married more based off of am I in love with this person, a feeling, more so than the business, and they last way shorter times, and they produce way more broken homes than ever before.
But what about the ones where it looks like a good business transaction and you have no love? Like, I was just Tom Brady and his wife. Clearly, it was a good business transaction. They're both benefiting, building, But guess what? Clearly, I don't know if there was no love, but they're gone. Tia and Corey. Tia may have had more income, seems like, but
these people are breaking. They're not breaking up because of the love.
But no, I'm saying it is because the love is not there.
No, that's not true.
And I don't know. I think with Tia,
I disagree with that because
I don't know. We haven't got
is the fleeting part. It's the part that comes and goes. So it's your day. It's your day to day, the business parts of things that keep your marriage together.
Right. Well, I mean,
it is because it's not. You're not always going to have a chance.
Yeah, I might
to be
always
all
have
over
them.
Each other and get all these cards and. Have all this sex and all of that. You're not gonna be able to do it like you used to do it when you was 18. You're not.
Right.
You're not. You got too much to do. You got too many people to take care of. You got too many bills to pay.
Right. So, but this is the thing. At the end of the day, you always have to know that the love or the desire to be with that person is the greater. You're not always gonna feel happy with the person or like you love the person. They're gonna get on your nerves, yada yada. You're not gonna always agree, But you are going to come to it should be something that says, okay, but I really do love this person. Or there's a lot more pros than cons. Mm-hmm. You know, I don't know. I just, you want to choose right.
The fact that you said there's a lot more pros than cons, that's a business decision. That's a business analysis, Kyra.
Yes, you do have to, but one of those pros have to be how you feel about the person.
Okay, fair.
Because you can sit around.
That's fair enough.
And be with somebody that's a good business decision, or we make and have no, like a lot of women have done. They're just dead.
And do that mean that they had a bad marriage because they chose to stay and it wasn't because of love? They chose to stay because of provision, or they chose to stay because of whatever reason they wanted? That made their marriage was bad?
I don't want to be in a lifeless, loveless relationship.
I didn't ask you that. I asked you, do it mean that that was a bad marriage if those women decided to stay for those reasons? Because it's likely.
To me, in my opinion, I believe so. Because I believe you can find somebody, or somebody can find you, that you truly rock with, you truly love, you truly have care for, and y'all can learn and y'all can do the same building and provision, because it's different. You can go out here and build with anybody to an extent. You can create and do different businesses or create wealth and all this other stuff, but really loving somebody and saying, yo, I rock with you, like, even when you have a lot, when you don't have a lot, that's different.
Fair enough.
It's different.
Oh, my dad chimed in, got a comment down there. Love is better when you are about your business. Thanks, Dad. Let's go, Anton.
No matter what the waves is coming, you just stay steady. No rocking the boat. Everybody got to get home safe. Everybody got to get home safe. And then, ladies, last but not least, please, for the love of God, and I'm about to get into this Hafiz conversation, leave that man alone. Stop being a nag.
If you've got a pack of hot dogs in the kitchen,
stop being a
toss them
nag,
in the trash.
Yep, I think we talked about this yesterday on the couch.
Instead.
I was asking you, so what constitutes
literally
a
means
nag?
break fast.
Go ahead.
That's going to hurt a lot of people. Stop being a nag, huh?
Yeah.
Okay.
What constitutes a nag?
While. So it actually...
I get so many calls on a regular basis from women that are saying,
you want to break down this whole video. So you want to know what's being a nag.
Yeah,
I don't
we're not
remember
going to
what
listen to the whole thing.
I don't even think we're even close to the best parts of this video yet. But anyway, what do I think constitutes as a nag? Somebody who's beating a dead horse. That's number one.
Okay.
And then beating a dead horse, meaning engaging in fruitless conversations. Like there's a lot of times where you might, get into your emotions or whatever, and then I'd be like, okay, well, shit, all right, cool. Whatever you said is what it is now. And you be like, nope, I need you to understand it exactly how I need you to understand what I said, because I need you to feel about it the same way that I feel about it, so that you know that you was wrong because I was right in this way. I said, all right.
So can men be in that too?
Yeah, you can.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Hold on, as a man, you can.
Ahead.
So hold on, let me finish.
Yeah, finish that.
So with that being said, and I say, honey, I just said, we're gonna do it your way, baby.
Yep.
Your way is the right.
You do it like that, baby?
That's exactly
okay, you do it like that,
while
baby.
While you was doing all this, while you was twisting your neck around, I'm like, damn, baby, come on now.
Right.
Yeah, come on. Yeah. So that's nagging and engaging in fruitless conversation to me.
Okay. So let me ask you, you had also said on there that nagging is when you want to prove or you want the person to see it your way. Right? Or something like that. So
to me, there's an understanding that needs to take place. It's either it's agree or agree to disagree, but let it move on.
Right. You gotta let it move on. Okay.
And you ask, can men be nagged? Yeah, you can be.
Yeah, men can nag too.
But it's far more likely that, in the relationship,
that is
woman's going to be more
so
nagging.
I wonder, why is it that the woman feels, and this is my thing, nagging ain't good. Sometimes women, we can nag, and we have to realize that it ain't serving no point. Sometimes you'll get more productivity. If you do, just let it go. Let him sit with it. You know, some things just, and I say let him sit with it and pray over it. You know, I think we had a situation like
As
that the other
Country
day.
Wayne say, you gotta let it sizzle in your spirit.
Yeah, you know, the other day, like, it was like I could have said a whole lot more. I felt a certain way. I was like, yo, I'm upset. But I went on ahead. I said, I'm going to be quiet.
And that's right. And instead of nagging, go
And
ahead
I
and tell them
didn't-
what you did. Instead of nagging, instead of trying to beat a dead horse.
I just got my stuff and I walked out. I got my stuff. I walked out. I said, okay, I still love him. He made a little, you know, we're going to let this ride. And thankfully, God is working on people.
God is working on what your eyes
I
come over
got-
here for. God need to, we talking about how you
I
fix
got
your wife. Anton.
a beautiful,
Hold on now. Anton.
appreciative apology.
Anton, how do you fix your wife? Do we talking about how to fix your wife, not your husband?
Amen.
There you go.
Oh, yeah, he's
how
on
you
the
fix your
wife
wife,
right
He's
now.
Anton?
like, yeah, I love her too, but Jesus Christ, Anton, I don't know what the piss to do. I'm trying to go to work every day. I'm out here killing myself. She want me to be up under her. She talking about, you know, I need to discuss this and I need to discuss that and why I'm willing to go and hang out with my friends, but I won't separate from them and spend my time with you. I need to, girl, I say, put her on the phone. They get on the phone. I say, hey, go sit in your car because I don't want nobody to hear what I'm about to say to you. Okay, Anton. If I'm lying, I'm flying. If I'm lying, God strike me down right now. I said, hey, put your girl on the phone. They put her on the phone. I said, hey, go get in your car. I don't want him to hear what I'm about to say to you. She go get in the car. I say, leave that man the fuck alone. Don't you know his way of showing love to you is whether or not he hit the light switch on?
That's
now,
right.
that don't mean that I'm not going to have a conversation
That's
with
right,
him
Anton.
and help
Yeah.
him to understand how to communicate more effectively in order to make sure that that chick is moving the way that she's supposed to move. But ladies, if you don't get the fuck out of the way and let that man do what he got to do, and I'm sorry for cussing, but I just got to let y'all know, leave that man alone. Let him do what he need to do. And when he get home, he don't want to have to come home and fight harder and go back and forth with you and argue when he been conquering the world all day. You supposed to be his refuge. If that man only work overtime so that he don't have to deal with you on a regular basis, Houston, we got a problem.
That's right, Anton.
As a person that has been married for 18 years, I am telling you, leave that man alone. Let him have his space. And please don't try to regulate him to any portion of the house talking about that's your man cave. No, the whole house is his man cave.
That's right.
You get a portion of the house. If somebody is arguing, you get your...
Here's why I threw away all my
That's right, Anton. I can dig that. I dig most of that, Anton. Leave that man alone. Woman.
Okay.
Yeah, I got nothing to say to that, huh?
So this one comment says, why is she coming home? You mean she has to work outside the home?
Uh-oh. When she say she coming home for what? I didn't hear that
To
part.
Antoine, what Antoine
When he
was
said
saying.
where?
I don't know. They were like, why is she coming home? You mean she has to work outside the home? You know, so, okay.
What up, boy?
Okay, I'll get you some. Give me 1 second, I'll get you some. So, I wonder what does that, what that's saying basically is, as a man,
She's assuming that you need to be able to retire your woman.
right, as a man, you don't want us to stress you. Don't put us in stressful situations. Certain things we as women, we can handle, but we weren't built to take on forever. And a lot of our women are out here working and having to deal with the working, the nurturing, and all that, and which is good because, you know, we got things we can do. But if I have to work to, no, not that one, to supply certain needs,
Go eat that one.
okay,
Go
go
eat
rinse
it.
it off. To supply certain needs, you know, that's not what I'm supposed to be doing.
I'm gonna be honest with you. Most women are not working because they have to. They're working because they're hard-headed.
Oh, okay.
That's why most women are working.
They're single or they're in a working
Yeah,
household.
because you're hard-headed, not because you need to be. Like a lot of, like even for instance, when we was younger, You didn't have to work the first 8-9 years we was together, and a lot of the financial struggles that we had was because we was being hard at it.
Yeah, we were living
Up here
outside of
trying
our
to-
means.
Up here trying to have car notes that we shouldn't have.
Yeah.
Up here trying to take vacations that we shouldn't be taking. All of the above. So those things, you didn't have to be out there. Now, you might have would have had to be out there if you want to have, let's say, the finer things in life where, you know, we live in North Carolina and $50,000, $60,000, $70,000 can take care of a household, and has because we've done it. And has because we've done it.
So you're saying a woman shouldn't want to live at a certain standard?
I didn't say that. But what I said is you're saying that women are being this way because they're being stressed out because they have to live a certain way, and they do not. They're being hard-headed. You do not have to have the greatest car. You have to have a car that gets you where you're supposed to go. And these are things that you learn when you're in your parents' household, when they're teaching you about needs and wants. When you teach your kids, you say the same. You say the same thing to them. It would be nice to have a Rolls Royce, but that Honda Civic that you got out there, it will do the same thing. It'll do the same thing to get you back and forth to work like you need to.
Right, Mama should always have the nicest stuff, and so should you should always have the nicest ride, right? Or the nicest of anything.
You should have a ride that works.
Yeah, one that works.
You should have one that works. And I think too many times we'll get caught up on stuff like that, and then you'll be like, "Oh, but she had you out. You had her working out the house." It's because she need a fucking bag all the time. Why she need a doggone purse? Why she need a doggone vacation? We supposed to be up here trying to raise these kids and move to the next level. You working, you got to work like that. You got to work to the extent that you got to work because you're hard headed.
But what if you and her? What if y'all have decided that y'all want a certain level and you can't bring that level in on your own?
Fair enough.
So it's not that she's hard headed; it's that she's helping you.
Fair enough.
She's
but
being
that's
a
not what you
helpmate.
said there.
But she's being a
That's
helpmate, right?
fair. But that's not what you're saying there, because what you're saying there is that she had to come back in.
Well,
I mean, she had to come back in from working. If you decide you want another level as a couple, you say, "Hey, we're going to take this to the next level. We need some more income." What can you do? Can you go outside and go get you a job, and we're going to take all your money and put it toward investments? Then that's what you decided you want to do. For instance, again, because we've done this as well. Mm-hmm. You know, of 8, 9, 10 years, my wife ain't had to work. But when we decided that we wanted to ascend to another level, I'm like, hey, maybe we get another income in here, and we're going to take your income and put it all toward investments. And that's exactly what we're doing. So it's not that you got to be out there, because you don't. Right. You don't have to work. When you're a realtor, when you don't make no money, all the bills get paid. Right. You don't got to be out there. Even now, we getting to the point now where your vacation needs and all of that getting met more frequently too.
What you mean?
Like, we get to go on trips and seminars and all that kind of stuff right now, and we don't have to have your income to do it. We just use it to get us to another level. So that's case in point for the second part.
Okay.
You dig?
Yeah, I see what you're saying.
All right, let's see what I'm saying. I've been seeing what you're saying, but I'm just saying you can't say that you gotta be out there. You don't have to. You don't got to work every time.
Where they have to.
Most of the time, if you got you a decent man with a decent job,
you don't
have to work. You're choosing to work. You're being hard-headed. You're saying, I need a new... No, because that's what it is.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is. If I was talking to a brother, I'd say the same thing. I tell these young kids all the time when I'm speaking to them that, hey, you're being hard-headed. You do not need no fancy car. And if you need a fancy car with a big car payment on it to get some girl to like you, you don't need her. You don't need her, because you know what she's going to want? Instead of one car payment that you got to support you, when you get with her, now you're going to have two car payments. But she's going to want one like yours.
Right. But the point is for you to have yourself at a level to where that car payment, if you do have it, is only a percentage of your income, and it doesn't hurt you.
If
or
you have
it's
it,
paid
but
for.
The point of the matter is you're being hard-headed if you feel like you need it.
Right. You have to know the difference in a needs and a wants.
That's right.
And the thing is, too, is that you have to understand, too, is that a lot of times, like they said, we're the helpmate. And that means it may be helping work, or it's helping take care of the family, helping take care of the home.
That's right.
Helping is a helpmate. So, yeah.
Yep. Helpmate, not hard-headed. Let's go, Anton.
It doesn't mean she's hard-headed.
And go back in the room and act like you got some sense. Don't let the sun go down on your wrath. Is no reason, fellas. Is no reason.
That's a very important point in marriage. You know, do your best. Like,
Yeah, I was
don't
gonna
go to
say
sleep
that, yeah.
angry with
Don't
your
sleep
with your
angry,
spouse.
yeah.
Do your best.
Yep, they told us that when we were young.
That's right.
Reason in the world why you should ever have to sleep on a couch in a house that you pay for.
1000%, Anton. I ain't never slept on no daggone couch that I ain't want to sleep on. 1000%. I don't care how mad we getting up in this. I sleep on the couch where?
Well, because like we said,
I
like
don't
we
I
like
pay
too.
don't I pay the whole mortgage? Don't I pay the whole rent?
Yes, with your wife you do. With your helpmate you do.
I ain't sleeping on no couch, and I ain't never told you to do it either, so I don't
Yep,
want to
no.
hear it. Ain't no go sleep on the couch.
No.
We don't do that. We don't play that game. That's dead. We left that behind with them simps of yesteryear that was trying to convince us a happy wife, happy life.
I don't know if they did it back then. I think it was just
You
more.
hitting on all my points. Go
I
ahead.
think it was just more TV shows.
You hitting on all my points. My wife knows that I hate hearing happy wife, happy life. What do you mean? What do you mean? Just happy wife, happy life. It's
What do
happy.
you say?
It's
Happy
in this.
spouse.
It's happy spouse, happy house.
Yeah, there we go.
Happy spouse,
Happy
happy
spouse.
house. That's
You
how we
matter.
roll. That's how we roll over here. That's how we roll. That's why I put up a short a little while ago, and my wife bought me some shoes because happy house. I'm happy.
You matter.
Yeah,
babe.
got me some nice new shoes. There you go.
That whole house that you pay for is your man cave. Do with it as you see fit.
I also agree with that, Anton. Whole house the man cave, but I don't like to take up the whole house. But what, like, a lot of people be like, don't you want to put all them speakers and stuff like that in your man cave? I'm like,
No, because they're in our den.
I said, really?
I'll be like,
I said, no. I said, they going
and
out
then
here.
you try to play them
They
games.
going out here with the big TV.
when we having
playing,
cookouts.
We playing the game on the big TV.
I'm like, the whole house
If
is
we
your
watching,
house too.
back when I was watching the Cowboys, we watching the Cowboys on the big TV out in the open, in my house. I got all the speakers booming in my house, all the big speakers right here in the front room. Where?
The camera.
So the camera battery about to go? Mm-hmm. Where it say that? Oh, dog, it do say that, man. We might have to come back, y'all. We might have to come back and do a part 2.
Start putting things back in place and in order. This is not a game. This is not a race that you want to run for the rest of your life. And then you're going to be sitting at me trying to ask me to repair your... This is not Ayanna Van Sant fix my life. I am not going to fix your life. I am going to proactively give you the steps that you need in order to have a successful marriage. I am not the one that's going to tell you the blue pill remedy. I'm going to give you the formula for how to be successfully married.
So what
this
is
the
that?
fundamentals.
I don't know.
How you start off.
What is this blue? What's the blue pill? What's the red pill?
What's the red pill and the blue pill? We'll talk about that on another one because my camera battery is about to die, so we're going to get as much as we can out of this. And if we have to do a part 2, we'll do a part 2 because I can't switch the battery out while we're live streaming. So we'll go in the red pill.
Yeah, so I think
pill.
that's the gist of it. So I want to see, was there something else?
Is how you finish. Do not start to set expectations in which she can start to control the narrative. She wants to be humble. She wants to be submissive. But if you don't set the expectation, it is going to be a problem in there. It is going to be a problem.
Right, so pause that right there. So yes, she wants to be submissive to, I think is what Pastor D said, somebody that she can get under that has a vision. Yep. Like, and she wants to know that a part of that vision, the ultimate thing, is that your whole objective as a man is that what her desires are, you want to make them happen. Mm-hmm. And she wants to be able to follow you in that way, because like they say, we as women, we nurture, we incubate. So that means you're supposed to come up with a vision, and I'm supposed to nurture that thing, incubate that thing, and be able to help it grow into fruition.
There you go. That's right.
So yeah, she wants to be, but you have to let her know that she has worth, and that's her worth.
You have
and
to provide security so that she can feel that way.
So she can feel like, okay, yeah, I'm following this and that. And that's the thing too with us women. Like, I am so tired when you're following a man. Ladies, don't be out here like, oh, you got to ask your man. Yeah, I got to talk to him.
Yeah, you doggone right. You got to ask that boy.
No, I don't got to ask him, but I got to talk to him. I have to converse with him.
You got to ask permission.
That's what you want to happen.
That's right.
And you know why I want to talk to him? Because before he make a move, he might not tell his boys, but you best believe he hollering at me.
I'm about to go outside.
Holla at your girl.
And don't nobody got to ask me if I can come out and play.
Ah. Anton. No.
I'm just saying. I'm just going to give you the game. I'm going to give you the game. It is important for you to understand how it is that you're supposed to move effectively in your household. That whole house is yours. And it don't mean go in there and be a boss bat. Don't go in there slapping everybody up just because you had a bad day at work. You need to start learning how to balance it. But at the same time, lady, would it kill you for 5 seconds to do your hair, halfway do some makeup, look presentable when he come in and stop having rollers in your head and stop looking like somebody put you in a...
Helen Hansel was able to win any competition.
Now, this one I don't really particularly care too much about.
Well, I was going to say something about
I do
that.
understand it.
Yeah,
it does make sense.
And this is the thing I say too. Like, okay.
Take part in
So,
any
and I
street
think
boxing match.
I guess I love Pastor
What
PD, Darius Daniels. Like he said, you got to determine which season you in. But regardless of what season we're in, yeah, I admit when he working that overtime and he come home, I want him to come home to, hey, I'm looking good, you feeling good. But this is the thing too, is that if you're in a season where you're working hard with little kids, don't expect her to have makeup on or be to the nines every day when you come home. And me, frankly, I don't do the makeup thing. Thank God for certain blessings.
Oh, lost the battery.
Lost the battery.
Well, if you can still hear us, we're going to do a part 2. Got to change the battery out. We'll finish up the video. Peace.
At least we ended it on the blessings of my face.
I might not have to change it. Stop the stream. I'm going to stop it anyway.